Well, the Melbourne couple has had their dream holiday ruined after heartless young thieves broke into their locked caravan while they slept and they stole their car.
The pair, both experienced police officers, had stopped to spend the night at a caravan park in Townsville when they were targeted by the young offenders. Dave and Janine Taylor join us now from Townsville. Guys, we're so sorry for what's happened to you. Tell us all about it. What happened?
Good morning. Basically on our way to Cape York with a group of friends we were meeting up with in Cairns, staying at Townsville for a couple of nights before we headed up there. While we were asleep, these youths have broken into the caravan, taken the car keys, and then my dog barked, which he's doing now, woke us up, and then I looked out of the window and the headlights were on in the car and being driven off. Ended up running after them in my jocks. Not a pretty sight, but tried to apprehend them, but unfortunately we couldn't do that.
Well, they were potentially messing with the wrong people. So just clarify for me if you can. You were asleep in the caravan, or you were asleep somewhere else?
No, we were asleep in the caravan.
And they broke into the caravan?
So they jammed the door. They walked past the dog that was sleeping in our open crate. What? They took the car keys, and it was a bunch of car keys, so normally we would hear that being picked up. And then out the door, the dog didn't bark until they closed the car door and started it up.
Wow.
And she let out a really guttural bark that we hadn't heard before, and looked out the window, and the car was driving down the road. And he's like running down the road, chasing them. And obviously they got away. I
mean, this astounds me that this is happening. And like, you're literally, I mean, unless your caravan's 4 kilometres long, I mean, you should be able to hear that. This is how brazen this stuff going on is.
And that's the shocking thing about it, is that we are experienced police officers and we slept through this. And that was pretty frightening.
It just goes to show how prevalent this kind of youth crime is, doesn't it? I mean, you guys would have fought crime. Now you're a victim of crime. I mean, it's everywhere.
Yeah, and we as police officers, we empathise with people who have crime committed against them. And to be perfectly honest, not until it happens to yourself that you realise the trauma that these things cause.
People are shaking in their own homes, and they're prisoners in their own homes. I mean, this is, we're not building that up, we're not beating that up. This is a proper shocking thing. The boys behind this attack went as far to taunt you on social media, posing in pictures with their car, with your car. I mean,
we saw the car a number of times going past the caravan site.
Really?
And in fact, at one point, I almost had the vehicle stopped. And I just thought, they just don't care, you know. There's no justice for them. What's the punishment? There isn't any.
And that's the problem, and that's why it keeps happening, because there is no punishment. There's no way of really managing this or handling it. I mean, what would you like to see done? What do you think would work? From all the experience that you two have in your careers, what do you think could change here?
There needs to be a harsher penalty. If you're going to break into people's houses and commit aggravated burglaries and steal their property, you need to be punished. And you need to serve a term of imprisonment regardless of your age, because you're never going to learn. Because what's happening, they get a slap on the wrist by the magistrates and off they go.
Yeah,
hey, what's the punishment there? There isn't any.
It's a revolving door, unfortunately, and until the justice system acknowledges the youth justice, the crime with youths nowadays, these youth offenders are going to turn into adult offenders. We need to nip it in the bud straight away. And the only way to do that is to change the policies or the laws in regards to how these people are held accountable for their actions.
Agree.
I mean, we call them kids. They know exactly what they're doing. They're not stupid. They're streetwise. They as I say, they've broken into our van without us realising. They're pretty experienced at, a young age.
All right, look at you making a lot of sense. I mean, repeatedly we're hearing this from people like you on the streets who are victims now. Look, try and enjoy, if you can, the rest of your trip. Cape York is absolutely magnificent. And on a lighter note, if we can find the lighter note, did you have harsh words with the dog?
We did, actually, yeah. And can I just acknowledge that the people in Townsville, and generally people that we've been in contact with during this, have been absolutely amazing. 99% of people are hard-working, honest people, and they've gone out of their way to help us, offering us accommodation, lifts lifts everywhere to collect our property, which had been strewn all over Townsville.
Awesome.
So, you know, the people of Townsville have been absolutely amazing. So we just really want to acknowledge that. A friend of ours as well, who has driven down from Cairns to drive us around. He was part of the trip initially, and he's come down just to give us a help out.
Mate,
so,
that is awesome to get that help.
So wonderful.
But again, you know, your property strewn across Townsville. I mean, it just anyway. Thank you so much for being on the show. Wish you all the very best.
Hey there, Today fans, Sarah and
What's my name again?
oh my goodness, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?